The whole approach was wrong. I was so caught up in this passion, enthusiasm about something that I just really liked, but I couldn't focus. I thought any opportunity was a good opportunity. I thought that was growth, but that was actually just creating chaos. Everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm excited to have you today, and today, because it is my very first video, I would like to start by sharing who I am and why I decided to create this space. So my name is Celeste and I'm the founder of Beacon Ideas. We are a branding agency with over a decade of experience in Singapore. So before I dive into the branding tips and strategies, which is what this channel is all about, I wanted to share my story with you because I believe that our story is what shaped who we are as entrepreneurs. So you know how everyone would like to follow your passion and chase your dreams. So it sounds like once you start your own business, you have freedom, you enjoy flexible time, and money will roll in automatically. But the reality is that one day you might actually be looking at your bank account, realizing that there's only 3 months of cash left. So that was me 5 years into running my branding agency, and I thought that I had it all figured out. I quit my management consulting job. I got my shiny branding consultant title, and I threw myself into the business with everything I had. But instead of feeling fulfilled, I felt very trapped. Instead of growing, we were stagnating. I was burnout, frustrated, and honestly, it almost felt that I could give up anytime. So this is the story of how one crucial mindset shift actually saved my business, and maybe it can help save yours too. Because here's the thing, jumping from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset is not just about changing a title. It's really about rewiring your brain, shifting from that clock in, clock out mentality to actually thinking strategically about how to grow your business. So trust me, this is probably not what you think it is. So in the early days of starting my business, I remember I was young, eager, and we went all out but without a proper roadmap. So we went to networking events, we met up with old colleagues and partners, reaching out to them, trying to introduce our company to them. And it actually worked. We managed to get our first client through a referral. It was a small design project, but from there, things started picking up. I remember one of our first clients, Richie from Lavish, he told us he decided to work with Beacon because we are like the underdogs that support the underdogs. So that really gave us the confidence boost, and it motivated us to work really hard for them. We put our heart and soul into them, that brand building, and we actually helped transform this small catering company to become one of the most prestigious premium catering in the market. So it was so successful that within 3 years, investors came knocking on their door and they finally got acquired. So we were winning projects and we were building our team. Clients really believed in us, and this success made us feel like we could achieve even more. We even had a Japanese client that wanted to partner us to start an e-commerce skincare business, and we thought, why not? Maybe it's time to diversify and spread our eggs into different baskets. It sounded like a very smart business strategy, but that's when things started falling apart. Because running 2 completely different businesses at the same time made us spread incredibly thin. The skills needed for a service business versus the skills needed for a product business is a totally different game. So we didn't have enough time, we didn't have the right resources, and we couldn't manage both properly. The stress was actually very overwhelming, and I literally broke down. As a founder, I still had to put a strong positive front in front of my team, but my body was clearly telling a different story. My face was breaking out constantly, and that stress-induced acne couldn't clear up no matter what I tried. So the turning point wasn't something dramatic. It was this slow, painful realization that passion was just not enough. I was sitting, looking at the accounts for both businesses, and the numbers were not looking right. So we were bleeding money, and I looked at myself, asking myself, is this really what I want? I realized that it wasn't the market that was the problem. It was actually just me. The whole approach was wrong. I was so caught up in this passion, enthusiasm about something that I just really liked, but I couldn't focus. I thought any opportunity was a good opportunity. So when the skincare business came along, I just jumped at it thinking diversifying is just a strategic move that could give me more income streams. I thought that was growth, but that was actually just creating chaos. There was no strategy, there was no proper planning, and trying to run 2 completely different businesses at once ended failing both fast. So my team was stretched to the breaking point and we were falling apart. The finances was in a mess. I wasn't being a leader and I was just reacting to everything, chasing every shiny object without thinking if it was actually suited to our business and our strengths. So that was when the brutal truth sets in. Our own lack of focus was driving the original business, which was my passion, straight into failure. So that painful wake-up call forced me to think different, to change everything. And I realized that running a business isn't just about passion and doing what you love. It has to be strategic. You must have proper planning so that you know where you want to go, how you want to get there, and what needs to be done. That's when I knew I needed to refocus if we wanted to succeed. So I made that incredible, difficult decision to exit the skincare business and focus on rebuilding my branding agency. And that decision was really hard at that time. Sometimes I still miss the retail days and the partnership experience, but every moment taught me something valuable. It was an experience that truly helped us mature as a business. And from then on, I decided to completely evolve the branding agency and revisited our entire methodology. I brought back our mentor, Hamza, and started helping clients with their business roadmaps, not just creative work. So we wanted to build a brand that could support our clients' short, mid, and long-term business goals. So with more time and focus, our clients could see our commitment and they saw our value and they stayed with us. So to this day, we treasure every single client relationship, and our clients keep coming back to us, not just for design work, but for strategic advice to help their business grow. So the whole journey of learning to focus and strategize was long and challenging, but it is what allows us to help others now. So if you're a freelancer doing any gig work or an entrepreneur going through similar struggles, I hope to invite you to join my Facebook group called the PICS community. So PICS is the same name as my branding agency, Beacon Ideas, but more importantly, it stands for paving, interacting, and exchanging. It's a community where we want to have everybody come together to help each other to grow. It's a space for us to share our experience, learn our mistakes, and support one another. So the link is in our description below. Come join us. So looking back, almost losing my agency was probably the best thing that happened to me. The journey from being a passion-focused founder to be a strategic founder is actually a series of painful but necessary mindset shifts. It's about unlearning all the habits that keep you spread too thin. It's realizing that your greatest value isn't just the work you do, but how you think and plan strategically. So the truth is, your business will only grow as much as you grow. The moment I stopped chasing every opportunity and started focusing on delivering real strategic value, everything changed. My frustration turned back into passion, my burnout became energy again, and our stagnation became real sustainable growth. So surviving for more than a decade in the industry takes resilience. But more than that, it takes humility to admit that sometimes you're just standing in your own way. And that's my story. The story of how I learned to get out of my own way to build a business that actually serves me instead of consuming me. So, what is the biggest mindset shift that you had to make in your life? Please do share your comments and stories below. Thank you.